January 1979. Beirut moves to a steady rhythm. The streets are loud with horns, shopkeepers brew coffee, and tourists wander the avenues. It is a city going about its business. Moving comfortably through these crowds is Ali Hassan Salameh. The Palestinians call him the Red Prince. He is a charismatic leader, tall, usually dressed in tailored silk shirts, and highly visible. He spends his nights in high-end restaurants and sports clubs. He is a playboy. His second wife is Georgina Risk, a beauty queen crowned Miss Universe. He lives his life like a celebrity. Israel knows him for a different reason. 7 years earlier, militants from the Black September Group infiltrated the 1972 Munich Olympics. 11 Israeli athletes were murdered. Salameh was the chief architect of the attack. He is the most wanted man on Mossad's target list. Yet, instead of hiding in a bunker, Salameh walks the streets in broad daylight. His extreme visibility creates an illusion of invulnerability. He dares his enemies to strike him while the whole world is watching. Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir has given the order. A secret directive called Operation Wrath of God tasks Israeli intelligence with hunting down every person responsible for the Munich massacre. But Salameh proves impossible to catch. He travels with a heavily armed convoy. He constantly alters his daily routes. He never sleeps in the same place predictably. Striking him means penetrating overlapping layers of security. You must bypass his political connections, his bodyguards, and a completely random schedule. This web deflects even the best. Mossad's legendary operative Sylvia Raphael is assigned to the case. Her mission fails. Salameh slips away. Years of standard espionage tactics yield nothing. Mossad realizes that sending a seasoned spy to catch a hyper-paranoid target is the wrong approach. They need someone entirely off the radar. Enter a young woman known to her Beirut neighbors as Penelope. She is a British geography student from a wealthy London family. She spends her afternoons on her 8th-floor balcony, painting cityscapes and feeding stray cats. Her real name is Erica Maria Chambers. Mossad recruiters had approached her while she was studying in Jerusalem. They showed her documents detailing how her mother's family had been murdered in Nazi concentration camps. That revelation became the catalyst for her recruitment. She possesses zero intelligence background. She speaks fluent German and carries her actual, unmodified British passport. Mossad sends her into Lebanon under her real identity. In intelligence terms, she is a clean asset. Counter-espionage teams look for forged documents, suspicious travel patterns, and highly trained behaviors. Because Erica possesses none of these traits, she glides straight through Salameh's security filters. She requires no elaborate cover story because she is exactly who she claims to be on paper. That authenticity makes her the perfect weapon. By the fall of 1978, Mossad launches Operation Burner. 14 operatives quietly filter into Beirut, renting apartments, securing vehicles, and blending into the background. One operative, known only as Agent X, takes an extreme risk. He joins the gym Salameh frequents. Over a series of workouts, he initiates a conversation, offering the Red Prince casual advice on his lifting form. The gamble pays off. Over the next few months, Salameh invites Agent X into his life. He introduces him to his wife, brings him to parties, and reveals the exact layout of his apartment and the strict timing of his daily routines. Salameh's reliance on his own charm is his undoing. By welcoming an admirer into his inner circle, he hands Mossad the exact blueprints they need to execute a strike. Agent X's intelligence reveals a weakness. Mossad considers hitting Salameh inside the gym sauna, but scraps it due to the certainty of civilian casualties. Instead, they pack 100 kilograms of explosives into the trunk of a red Volkswagen. The operatives park the rigged car on Rue Verdun. Thanks to the inside information, they know Salameh's convoy is forced to pass this exact spot every afternoon on his way to visit his wife. January 22, 1979. Salameh leaves his apartment. His 2-car Chevrolet convoy turns onto the street. 8 floors above the red Volkswagen, the quiet British painter sits on her balcony, watching the road. The roar of engines approaches. At precisely 3:35 p.m., as the convoy pulls alongside the parked car, Erica presses the detonator. The blast instantly destroys the victims. Salameh dies shortly after in the hospital. The Red Prince spent years projecting power. surrounded by armed guards and public adoration. He was ultimately outmaneuvered by an untrained art student feeding cats on a balcony. The assassination stuns Beirut. More than 100,000 mourners flood the streets for Salameh's funeral, weeping for a fallen leader. Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat helps carry the coffin. He publicly declares the loss of a lion and vows to hunt down those responsible. But the killers are already gone. As chaos grips the city, Erica Chambers slips away to a coastal port. She boards an Israeli gunboat and vanishes. The only trace she leaves in her apartment is her authentic British passport. Back in the UK, her family absorbs the silence. When journalists later track down her brother, a respected British judge, he refuses to confirm or deny her identity. Her father admits only to receiving occasional cryptic Christmas cards bearing Israeli stamps. Erica Chambers accomplished a mission that eluded Israel's finest spies. She successfully removed their most elusive target. But to win that game, she had to forfeit her name, her family, and her past, proving that the most effective operatives are the ones who simply cease to exist.